What's going on, good people? I ain't made a new car review in a while, but that's all right because I got one special for you, hot off the press. We in the 2025 Jeep Wagoneer S EV, over 600 horsepower. A lot of people ain't gonna like when I tell them this. This may be the most powerful vehicle I've ever driven in my life. Enough torque to break your back. Now, I know everybody hating on EVs and it's EVs versus the world, and you want your gasoline because you think your gas is the best thing ever. And it's a place for gas, but let me tell you something. It's a place for electric too. It's a place for natural gas. It's a place for hydrogen. We don't have to have just one type of car. I wish everybody thought like that, but we can welcome everything, and get a nice hefty percentage of everything. But anyway, ain't gonna go political with it. We going into the car. Hold on one second. Whew. Unmatched power. Okay, let me tell you something. Uh, I've driven other electric vehicles before. This ain't my first time driving an electric car. Uh, but it's my first time driving an electric car that will literally snap your head all the way back. I've driven Hellcats, Demons, Scat Packs, LT1, LS, whatever you got to say. I've driven them all. This is the kind of car that scares me. It's got the kind of scary power. Uh, I don't always feel like I can control this type of power, and a lot of people think they know what power feels like until they get behind something that's really powerful. Yeah, of course, when you're driving your Fiesta ST, you feel like you're doing something. But when you hop behind something that's actually got some real torque and power, you better respect it. Okay, even with, whether you like it or not, you respect power. If you don't respect power, power will break you. But anyway, this is the 2025 Jeep Wagoneer Sport S. It's loaded with everything. Beautiful leather seats, heated, cooled. It do everything. It's got dual screens on the dash. Panoramic sunroof. Uh, Car is very expensive. Let's start there. That's probably the only real negative to it is that it's going to break your wallet trying to keep up with something like this. But the honest to God's truth is, if you had the money and you just wanted something to drive electric, it's hard to look past a Jeep like this. It's comfortable, well insulated. Everything soft touch feels like quality. Uh, it was mentioned that probably should have been better as a Chrysler's got the heads up display. It could have been a nice Chrysler. It doesn't really feel like a Jeep. Who are we kidding? Jeeps ain't comfortable. Jeeps don't feel good. I don't care what you do. The name Jeep makes you put you in a mind frame of rugged, raw. Climb and stuff. And this Wagoneer Sport is, it's got his pinky out. Okay, it's got his pinky out with his fist balled. Okay, it's got power and sophistication all in one. Uh, Beautiful car. Eh, Listen, if you can appreciate a car's beauty and what it's intended to do, you go a long way. It's got good range. Charges pretty quick. It's at 67% now. It's got all the sport modes and all that kind of stuff, navigation, the comfort, and all that kind of stuff. Uh, it feels great. Uh, this when I drove this car and stepped down on the gas. uh, just to see. And you know, very rarely am I shocked when I push the pedal down. Okay, I've been driving and tearing up stuff for a long time, but when I push the pedal on this, you know, my eyeballs almost popped out of my head because I've realized that this wasn't a toy. Okay, this ain't this ain't no Prius, uh, and it deserves respect. So if I was to rate this particular vehicle, the the exterior, interior, the quality feels good. The power is all there. I don't know what the reliability is going to be down the road. Everything seems to be an experiment. They're just throwing stuff out there, throwing it up against the wall. But this thing rates pretty high as far as the drivability. If you were to blindfold me and just put me in this thing and I didn't know what it was, you're getting an 8.5 out of me. I'm not going to knock it down because I'm sure it's going to have some quirks and problems and stuff like that. But this thing rates high, okay? Uh, it's going to be an excellent driver from what I can feel. And if the quality holds up and you stay out of the dealership with it, uh, not only are you going to be the belle of the ball, but you're going to smoke a lot of cars that think they fast, okay? Don't drive up in it with your regular, naturally aspirated car thinking that you quick. You will be readjusted in your seat very, very, very fast. That's all I got for you guys. Just wanted to give you a little quick little initial review of this beautiful Jeep. It really ain't a Jeep, but it is a Jeep. Uh, every car seems to be then lost its identity along the way. But all things being considered, if you can just let go of the nameplate and just drive it for what it is. Now, look at these. Look at the steering wheel, man. So, it's a rectangle. It's not even a circle no more. Yeah, I get sidetracked easily. So just pay attention and don't pay attention all at the same time. Anyway, great vehicle, great experience behind the wheel. Hopefully it lasts. We'll check in on it long term. But as of an initial drive and review, it rates high. Quality's there, the power's there. Looks are subjective. Everybody's gonna have an opinion about what something looks like. But I tell you what, if you hit this gas, it's gonna put a smile on your face, and you can't ask for much more than that. That's all I got for you guys. You know, you gotta appreciate everything. Appreciate the bicycles, the electric bikes, the cars, the engine cars, electric cars, cars that you got to push in the middle of the driveway because it won't start. Appreciate it all, guys. You never know when it's gonna be all over. Jesus Christ. This thing burns rubber at 30 miles an hour. Yeah. Same for your regular person. I was just trying to give it gas, almost broke my hand. That's all I got for you guys. As always, it's your favorite chaplain here, and for most of you guys, your only chaplain, telling you to be blessed and be a blessing.